This video will show you how to do long division. So let's start by dividing 2 into 64. A good way to remember the steps of long division is to remember these words: daddy, mother, sister, and brother. The D stands for division, the M stands for multiplication, the S stands for subtraction, and the B stands for bring down. So our first step in dividing 2 into 64 would be to divide 6 divided by 2. That comes from the 6 in 64 and the 2, and that we know equals 3. So we'd put that 3 above our problem. Then our next step, mother, would be to multiply. So we multiply 3 times 2, which we know equals 6. And we'd put the 6 under our original 6. In our sequence, S stands for sister, which stands for subtraction. So we would subtract. And we would subtract our 6 from our original 6, which gives us 0. And then our final step in this sequence would be to bring down the 4. So we're left with 4. Then you repeat your original steps. So what we would do is divide our 4 divided by 2, which equals 2. And we would put that 2 next to our 3 above our problem. And then our next step would be to multiply. So we would multiply 2 times 2, which gives us 4. And then we know our final step would be to subtract. So we would subtract 4 minus 4, which gives us 0. This leaves us with a remainder of 0 and 32 as our answer. So now let's apply what we know and divide 3 into 63. Our first step would be D, which is divide 6 divided by 3. And that gives us 2. We would put our 2 above our problem and then multiply 2 times 3 for our next step, which gives us an answer of 6. Then we would subtract our 2 6's and give us an answer of 0, and then go to our last step, which is bring down the 3. We then have a number of 3, and we would repeat our steps that we did for the beginning of the problem, and start by dividing 3 divided by 3, which is 1. We'd put our 1 above the problem, and then multiply. 1 times 3, which gives us an answer of 3. We'd put our 3 under the 3 we brought down, and then subtract the 2, which gives us an answer of 0, which means our remainder is 0 and our answer is 21. Before we end this lesson, let's review our steps. We remember the steps to long division by remembering the words daddy, mother, sister, brother, which stands for divide, multiply, and bring down. So our first step in long division would be to divide our 2 numbers. We would then multiply those 2 numbers, subtract them, bring down our remaining number, and repeat our steps.